Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be showing you guys how I do my everyday makeup routine. While I talk about what it's been like having vitiligo, growing up with it, stories about what I've had to do because of my vitiligo, what it is and stuff, you know? First thing I'm gonna do is put my hair back because I hate having hair in my face. I see people who do like these makeup videos and they literally just have their hair in front of their face and I'm like, please move it, you know? To start off, I normally start off by exfoliating my face and I use the Ordinary Glycolic toning solution. This is the best thing ever because let me tell you guys, I do my full skincare the night before. My face is all clean. I go to sleep, I wake up, I normally just rinse my face with water and you would think like my face is clean, right? But no, this gets rid of all the nastiness, the dirtiness. You know how like sometimes your makeup pills, which is the most annoying thing on the planet, this makes sure that it doesn't pill unless you're obviously using some products that make your face pill. It takes away like dry skin, it takes away that, and it also gives back some moisture in your face, which is also an added plus. This is just like my first step in my makeup routine. I usually only do this if I'm going somewhere where I really want my makeup to like, you know, but I honestly do this quite often enough where I'm like, you know what, it is kind of part of my makeup routine, so let me just include this. Look how dirty this just came out to be. This is just the best thing ever. This basically starts you off with a fresh base to work on. And the next thing that I do is moisturize. This is my favorite moisturizer. I've been using this for like I think 2 years. This is my 4th bottle, so this is just the best thing ever. Today we are going to my grandma's house, which we normally do every other weekend or like every 3rd week. We'll go to my grandma's house and we'll usually trade off between my grandma's house and V's family's house. I'm so excited because we are going to New York in a few weeks, me and my sister. I'm very excited because I have not seen my parents since January. I miss them. I also put on this Vaseline lip therapy cocoa butter lip balm. This is the only thing I like to use. I don't believe in the whole like lip sleeping mask. After my face cream, I normally put on some eye cream, and this is the one that I've been using for so many years. I've tried other eye creams and I just don't like how it sits under my makeup, and this is just so freaking hydrating, so I will use this. I'm also trying to stop saying the words so, okay, and like, which we'll see how well it goes in this video because I say it in every single sentence. I was about to say it again. I'm trying to get better at wearing makeup at least once a week because I don't wear makeup during the week because I work from home Monday through Friday, which is why I don't really wear makeup. I get so lazy to like put it on in the morning and to take it off at night. But I'm like, okay, you know what? You have to at least wear it on the weekend. After my eye cream, I put on this primer. This is my favorite primer that I've used. This is the Laura Mercier Hydrating Primer. This is my 2nd or 3rd bottle. I've been using it for about a year and a half, something like that. And this is just the one that I always go back to because it's so hydrating. It's like another moisturizer, which is really nice. It's silicone free. I'm going to talk about my vitiligo. It's just I need my phone to search up the actual definition of the word vitiligo. Not the definition, but like what it actually is. I know what it is. I just feel as though my explanation will sound kind of dumb or just not like factual, and I want to give the facts, you know, but I don't want to touch my phone because once I know I'm going to be doing my makeup and I know I have to do my skincare first, I do not touch my phone or anything. I'll go wash my hands and then I immediately put on my skincare and then I like will go on my phone. I don't like touching my face with dirty hands because this was the last step in my skincare routine for my makeup. Now I can touch my phone. Oh, and I also like to brush up my eyebrows after I've done my skincare because it just makes me feel better. Okay, I will be looking up for you guys now what vitiligo actually means. Vitiligo is a disease that causes loss of skin color in patches. The discolored areas usually get bigger with time. The condition can affect the skin on any part of the body. It can also affect hair and inside of the mouth. Well, I don't know about inside of the mouth. I mean, I guess it does. I've just never had to deal with that. And hair, I mean, at some point we're all gonna get white hair, so I don't know about that. I normally use either a skin tint or a foundation, but the foundation I use feels like a skin tint to me. These are the only 2 that I ever use. This is the Fenty Beauty skin tint, and then this is the Makeup Forever Reboot foundation. They're discontinuing this, which makes me very upset. Now I am trying to salvage this foundation. I only use it for special occasions. It's kind of like a casual day. I'm just going to use my Fenty Beauty skin tint. First thing I do is I like to shake it up because I feel like with any liquid product, the formula will kind of, you know, like some will settle at the bottom. You just have to distribute it. Okay, now that I've explained what vitiligo is, it is white patches of discolored skin. It's because like certain parts of my body or skin can't produce enough melanin. I think that's what it is, which is the color forming thing, and it just can't produce enough pigment, I guess, something like that. I have it on certain parts of my face. I have it like mainly on the sides of my eyes, and then like if you can see under here, it's mainly on this eye and then on my eyelids. And I also have one like there's like a dot right under my jaw, no, under my chin. I'll now blend this in my beauty blender. This is the best beauty blender in the world. It's the blue one from the Beauty Blender company. I don't know if people are talking about, but this is the best beauty blender ever. It is the softest, and I've tried the black and the pink and it just does not work as well as the blue. Me and my sister have stocked up on it. I think I have about 8 new ones sitting in my drawer because because they only come out for a certain time every year. So I'm like, you know what, best to be prepared. And I bought it during the sale. I don't have to buy a beauty blender for a really long time. By the way, the skin tint is so good. It is so full coverage, but it feels very light. I just thought I should put that out there. And the shade match, in my opinion, is very, very good. I have it in certain parts on my face. I do use an ointment for it, but technically should not be using that ointment. I have spots on my hands. I have it on my elbows. I have mainly on my legs, my ankles. Now to start off exactly when I got it and everything like that, let's start from the very beginning. I got my first vitiligo spot in elementary school. I can't remember the exact age that I got it, but I think it was second, third grade. I believe I was around 8 years old, maybe 7, something like that. But when I got it, I never registered it. Like, I knew I had a white spot, but it never registered in my mind. Basically, I never cared. Like, it didn't raise any alarms. I didn't think twice about it because you're a kid, you know, you don't notice those things. It wasn't until my mom pointed it out that I started to know what it was, and then I started to register every time I got a new one or I started to get bigger. It started with basically one spot on my ankle. I think it was my left or right ankle. I don't remember. I think it was my right ankle. Now that this is all blended out, I usually go in with a color corrector. This is the Charlotte Tilbury one, the shade Fair. I normally just use this in case I have any like scars or certain pigmentations that I kind of want to get rid of. I'm not having the best skin day, so I'm just gonna get rid of a few spots that I would like to cover up extra. So I take like the tiniest pointed brush because I want to be very specific, and I don't want like the entire area to be covered. I just want that specific spot. I feel like that's what a lot of people mess up when it comes to makeup, because they'll take like a big brush or a beauty blender to cover up one spot, and it's like you should not be doing that. You should take a small brush and literally just put product on that spot directly and not even blend it out, and then it makes it go away. I'm very simple with my makeup. I pretty much do the same thing even when I'm going to a wedding or something. I just put a little bit more of everything. After I do my color correcting, I'll take a setting powder. This is my favorite one, the Huda Beauty. I've been using this for a while now, and I'm actually running out, but I have a new one. So I'll open this, I'll have it ready on my table, and then I'll take a powder puff, and then I'll basically press it into the powder. I'll press it against my hand to get rid of like all that excess powder, and then I'll just have my powder puff ready to be used. I'll go in with my concealers one eye at a time. I have 2 concealer shades. I have the Hourglass concealers. These are my favorite concealers of all time. I've been using this for so long. I have it in the shade Beach and Sepia. I use the Beach shade to cover, make it one tone, and then I use the shade Sepia, which is a little bit lighter, to highlight my under eyes. Oh my god. So I'll start off with Beach. I honestly don't remember what part of the story I'm on. Let me do this. I heard someone say if your makeup isn't makeuping, it's because you're not putting on enough. And I believe that was concealer. I need to actually put on concealer. After that one spot got on my ankle, I basically had to stop eating seafood immediately. Seafood is one of the causes of vitiligo, which I believe because I remember I was watching this other video and this girl was like, oh, we had so much seafood. Then I went to a restaurant and then I woke up and I had white spots all over me. I do believe that seafood can cause vitiligo. Obviously, I don't know. Maybe not all seafood, maybe certain types of seafood. So I basically could not eat seafood since I was basically 8 years old. But before that, like, my mom would cook fish, she would fry fish. Oh my god, fried fish is amazing. Now I'm gonna go in with my sepia shade to highlight my under eyes, and I literally only do it to the spot where it's the darkest, like there's like that line, and I'll just put it there. And then after that, I pretty much had to wear socks whenever there were other people. I always have to make sure that it was covered. Now I'm just gonna kind of blend everything in because I'm gonna have to go in with powder now. Blend, blend, blend. Try not to look down to crease it. Also my and then I immediately go in with my powder puff, and then I'll take the rest that was on the back of my hand and I put it around my eyelids to set it there too. I also put a little bit more, and I'll just go back in and really make sure that everything is set. I don't really bake my under eyes anymore. I kind of stopped doing that a long time ago. Now I'll do the same thing where I prep my powder puff, press against the back of my hand so that it's ready for the next under eye. Also, this is the time that I get bogeys in my eyes, so I'll take a Q-tip so it doesn't mess up my makeup, and I'll take my eye bogey out. So I'm basically just repeating the same steps on my other eye. Anyways, after that, I got another spot on my knee. I think it was the same leg. Was it the same leg? I don't even remember. It might have been the same leg, it might have been the other leg, I don't know. But I basically got another patch on my knee either a few months later or a year later. After that, I swear I had to stop eating so many foods. There were just so many foods that were deemed a possibility for getting more or whatever. At that point, I stopped eating. What did I stop eating? Oh, like dairy. I basically stopped eating dairy because dairy might be the cause. Everything was obviously like maybe, possibly, potentially, you know. So this was 5th grade and I was graduating elementary school, you know. For my graduation, I remember I had to make sure I wore a dress that went up to at least my knee. But the thing is, it didn't cover up my vitiligo spot that was on my knee. So I had to wear a band-aid on that spot on my knee for my 5th grade graduation because my dress wouldn't cover it. Like it literally went far past my knee, but the problem is every time like you would move, you know, like it would shift and you could see that vitiligo spot. So I pretty much had to wear a band-aid to cover that vitiligo spot. And then middle school came and I basically had it on like my ankles and both my knees at that point. Also vitiligo, I'm telling you, the main cause of it is stress. I'm someone who stresses so much about everything, which I know is really bad, but you know, sometimes you can't. I genuinely believe you cannot help it. It's just the way it is. I'm just gonna go back in with a little bit more powder to just kind of highlight my under eye a little bit. I set my face with setting powder and I like to use my powder puff for like around my nose because it just gets into the crevices, you know what I mean? And then I take my beauty blender and I put it into the powder, and now I set the rest of my face with setting powder and my beauty blender. I don't know why I don't like using a brush. I feel like whenever I use a brush, it kind of sits just on top of my face and it doesn't actually set my face. So I like to just really press it into my skin to make sure my makeup is set. In middle school, wait, was it middle school? Yeah, middle school and high school, you had gym uniforms, right? The gym uniforms were obviously shorts, but they were like baggy, long shorts that went to your knees. And I pretty much had to wear leggings in gym class under my shorts so that no one saw my vitiligo. Basically, the whole mission my entire life has been to make sure that I never show anyone my vitiligo, that I make sure that no one sees it, that it's always hidden, and no one ever finds out about it because at some point it will go away. Honestly, I knew that was a long shot because with vitiligo, there is no known treatment that can get rid of it. There are certain things you can do to help maintain it, like maintain your stress. Certain foods, if you realize is making it worse, obviously stop eating those. And it's just mainly those type of things. In middle school, I remember when I was in 8th grade, like for my prom, I remember my middle school prom, I had to wear a jumpsuit to cover my knees. For my middle school graduation, I basically couldn't wear a dress. I had to basically wear, why am I saying basically so much? I had to wear pants. And honestly, I'm not mad about the outfit because it was actually a cute outfit. The dress was not an option. I wore white fancy pants and a black top. And it was a cute outfit, don't get me wrong. I could never wear a skirt or dress that showed my knees. And then high school too is kind of the same thing. Now I'm done setting my face. What I like to do is I like to take a Q-tip and I clean my eyebrows because I don't like the fact that there's foundation or not foundation, skin tint or concealer or powder on my eyebrow. And my eyebrows tend to look gray after I set my face with powder. So I like to make sure that my eyebrows are all clean before I do them. Look how much makeup just came off of these two eyebrows. I like to spoolie these down because I normally don't do much with my eyebrows. So I'll take my e.l.f. eyebrow pencil. I go with the lightest hand and I just go after my bald-ish spots or my more sparse areas, which tends to be like the corners. And then I use a spoolie again, make it go up. And then the ends of my tails tend to be more sparse. So I like to just create a sharp line and then just fill in the gaps. I need another mirror to do this. I usually go in with this mirror and I really like to get specific. I think this eyebrow is looking pretty solid. This eyebrow is done. I'm not gonna touch it anymore. Same thing with this eyebrow. I like to go in to the very corners. I like to just fill it in with the light hand because when you do it with a heavier hand, I feel like it looks like it's smudged. When you do it with a lighter hand, it looks like your eyebrows. Brush these up again. I'm gonna do the same thing. So fast forward, I'm 22 years old now and I've had vitiligo since I was 8 years old, so I've had it for pretty much my entire life. Eggs, oh my god, I did this experiment with eggs because I was told that like eggs, I need to stop eating eggs because it made my vitiligo more, but I wanted to test that theory out. And so I ate eggs every single day for a week. Every single morning I woke up and I made some type of egg dish. That's when I got vitiligo spots around my eyes. These are due to eggs. I've been drinking almond milk for such a long time. Okay, my eyebrows are done. I like to take a lighter powder, so I'll just be taking the number 7 pressed powder, and I like to take my powder puff and I kind of just swirl it around and I'll put it right in between my eyebrows, basically make it a little bit bright. And I also do it on my chin to highlight these areas. I don't know. And now bronzer time. I actually like to have some color on my eyelids, and I'll take my bronzer and I'll just lightly give my eyelids some color. Nothing special, just some type of color. So I have not eaten seafood since I was like 8 years old. I have not had any type of seafood. I'm not supposed to be eating dairy, but I do, which is why I've gotten new spots on my hands and like my elbows, and new spots on like my legs. Basically every like new spot. I haven't been very good with my diet in the past year or so because I love cheese. I don't think anybody realizes how much I love cheese, and I love using heavy cream for meals. Like I love heavy cream so much, and it's stress. Like I have definitely been like, these spots are definitely mainly due to stress. I love that my stress basically manifests itself outwards. That's so funny. Oh, by the way guys, this is the best bronzer ever in the shade Sun-Kissed. It's the perfect shade. Now I take, this is my favorite bronzer brush. It is so broken guys, it is so broken. I don't know where it's from or anything. I just tap it in and I just start with the hollows on my cheeks. I miss eggs so freaking much, and I miss regular milk. Like I love the smell of regular milk. It smells so good. Oh my god, I also miss yogurt, like plain yogurt. So I've actually been eating that for the past few months because I love to eat it with like pasta. It just tastes so good. I can't help it. Well, I can't help it. It's just I've been really bad with my diet again. Technically I'm not supposed to be eating like citrusy foods, but I love citrusy foods. I love lemon, I love pickles, I love olives. I've not been good at that either because I do eat that. And then I put my bronzer on my forehead areas, cheeks, you know, and then my jaw just to give it some kind of line, you know, that jawline. Hello? You can come on, sweetie. I'll just block you. I'll just, you know, get you out. What's up? What's going on? I told you I'm filming. I thought 11:30, no? Leaving at 11:30? Because we're picking up Gazal 12, no? Yeah. What? Bye. Okay, I think that's enough bronzer on my face. I like to take this big fluffy brush and I'll go over my bronzed areas just to make sure that everything isn't harsh. Everything is blended. And I also like to do my jaws because sometimes there's just that bronzer line and it's just so embarrassing. This is where I like to contour my nose. I actually love contouring my nose. I'll just take this brush and I'll just go that. I'll take this kind of brush and I'll just put so much bronzer on it. And I like to give myself a button nose a little bit just to make sure it looks like my nose is not saggy, because I feel like sometimes it like sags. I love my nose. I love my nose because it hides my nostrils, because you know when people have like bogeys in their nose, I'm like, at least if I have bogeys, no one can tell because my nostrils are literally covered, because that is just the shape of my nose. I don't know, that's just such a weird thing I like about myself. It's so funny. And then I like to take, all these brushes I'm using are by Makeup by Ariel's makeup brush set, which is so awesome. I like to take this brush and I actually use it for my nose to make it a little bit more precise. And then let's see, what other stuff with my vitiligo? Oh my god, wait, I have it on my phone. What am I doing? Oh, so I remember one day I googled if vitiligo was harmful, right? Because I was like, no, I'm 99% sure it is not harmful at all, right? And so it is not harmful, but the thing is, Google literally said, but it can be mentally harmful, meaning like it makes people very insecure, it makes people very, it's just a very superficial thing. Vitiligo is such a superficial thing that it is not harmful at all. It is not contagious, it is not harmful, it doesn't affect your health in any way, but it does affect your mental health in the sense that, like, because it is a superficial thing, it can make you feel bad about yourself. You look in the mirror and you can feel very insecure and different and stuff, which is how I felt pretty much my entire life. Oh, what am I doing? Okay, that is my nose. Now for blush, I love this Laura Mercier blush in the shade Rose, because let me just show you guys how freaking gorgeous this color is. Look how beautiful. I love this blush and it's very pigmented. I take this brush, I'll tap in. But anyway, I just thought that like fact from Google was just so funny, because I'm like, you're so right. It is not physically harmful. It does not affect your health in any way, but it affects your mental health a lot. And let me tell you guys, I grew up very insecure. Even now, everything that I'm saying is how I still feel about it now. I feel very insecure. I feel very bad about myself. I get stressed that it's gonna get more. I feel like the people will stop loving me if it gets more. Which reminds me to another funny story I have about this. In our community, anything that makes you different is technically frowned upon. Or actually maybe in any community. I think this is just a normal thing. So I remember when me and Zabu first started talking and dating, right? And we both knew that we wanted to get married. I remember I was on the way home from school. I was in my senior year of high school at this point. I was walking home and he was obviously living in Canada. I was living in New York. I remember this was very early in our relationship, and I told him, I was like, hey, you know, before this can go on any further, I need to tell you something. And I obviously made it seem very like scary and like very serious. And he's like, okay, like what is it? And I was like, so I have vitiligo. And then he's like, he didn't know what it was. And so I had to explain to him what it was. He also obviously looked it up on Google. And then I remember his reaction. He's like, that's what this is about? He's like, you scared? He thought it was like something very bad. He thought it was like it was something very detrimental. So he was like, that's what you're blah blah, like that's what you were freaking out about. His reaction was so funny. He's like, I don't care about that stuff. And he has seen like all my vitiligo spots, obviously. He reassures me so well. Oh, what am I doing? I have another powder puff, and so because I have my vitiligo spots right here, I swear blush does not sit on it, and it looks weird because like right here is white and then like this is pink, so I feel like it creates a very, like, you can see the contrast, which I hate. So I take a powder puff, tap it into my blush, and I literally put blush right on the corner of my eye, basically to kind of hide it and to make, not really hide it, it's meant to really blend your eyes to your blush. This is for precision. That is it with my blush. Again, I do the same thing. I take this big fluffy brush and I make sure that it is not harsh. And okay, that is that. We're almost near the end, guys. Okay, and then I go in with my brow gel. This is the brow gel that I've been using for such a freaking long time. This is the only brow gel that keeps my eyebrows up because my hairs are very long and they're very wild. This is from Benefit. This is a 24-hour brow setter. And oh shoot, before I do that though, I use a spoolie to brush on my eyebrows exactly how I want them to be gelled. So I use a spoolie. And then I go in with my eyebrow gel. I'm telling you guys, every single person on this planet needs to be wearing eyebrow gel whenever they do their makeup. When someone does a full beat and they don't wear eyebrow gel, it is so noticeable. That's the one thing that I always notice is someone's eyebrows, if it's gelled or not. It literally puts the whole makeup together. It seals your makeup look. Please wear eyebrow gel. And that is pretty much it. Now I have to just go in with setting spray. I do something very weird. I normally stand up and I'll do my setting spray. I usually go in with my all-nighter spray or my Charlotte Tilbury spray. I put my Charlotte Tilbury spray in this little bottle because I'm very peculiar about the nozzles for the setting sprays. The Charlotte Tilbury I like to put in this little bottle, and I have 2 bottles of these, so I'm kind of trying to finish this, which is why I'm just going to be using this one today. And then I take my fan. Guys, I love this thing. It says Fruza's Bridal Shower June 3rd 2023. It has like a little heart. This was from my bridal shower. This was a party favor that I did because it was all women, so I'm like, I know you all wear makeup and I know most of you guys use setting spray, so everyone needs a fan. And if it's a summer day, you need to go out, you can use that fan. So it was very functional. Now I'm gonna spray. Wait, did I forget anything else? No, I think. I normally stand up and go across my room and spray, but for the sake of the video, I'm like, you know what, let me just spray here. And I want on my legs. Right, after I do my setting spray, I normally like to wipe off whatever makeup was on my lips. I don't like having any type of product on my lips and then applying product on top. It really irks me. And then I'll go back in with my Vaseline to moisturize while I do the rest of my makeup. Sometimes I feel like setting spray takes away my makeup that was under my eyes. So I go in, right now I'm going to go in with my Makeup Forever. I think it's like a foundation powder, that's what it looks like. And I'll take my powder puff from earlier and I'll kind of press it in. And I'll just go under the dark spots. Like I'll try to conceal the dark under eye line. I don't think it actually works, but it's okay. At least I tried what I could, you know? Sometimes I do this, not all the time. Okay, and then the next thing that I do is I like to take my finger and I like to push all my eyelash hairs up. That way nothing gets caught like in my eyelash curler. So I like to do that. It's so random. And then I'll take my Shiseido eyelash curler and I will just take a mirror. I'll look down and I'll curl my lashes. I try so hard to get the lashes that are in the ends of my eyes, but most of the time it does not work. That would have been dangerous. So because marriage was such a topic, like I thought about it when I was in middle school and high school, and I'm like, I genuinely did not believe that any man was going to marry me because of my vitiligo. I thought no man would ever find me like attractive enough. I just thought so negatively about it, and it did impact me. Now I'm 22 years old and it still impacts me. Now I wear obviously a little bit more open clothes, like especially at home, like in the summertime, and I see my spots every single day. I'm just curling my lashes. Now I have 3 mascaras. This is what I do. This is what I've been doing for the past like 2-3 years. I take my L'Oreal Telescopic Black mascara first. I like to do very light coats with my mascara because I don't like it to look clumpy. I like it to look like I still have, like, it's very like wispy. That's the style that I always try to go for with my lashes. Oh, and then I go in with my Maybelline Sky High mascara for length. This definitely gives length. I'm being so serious. I hate when mascara gets on my eyelid. I'm gonna cry. Now I'm going with my Maybelline Lash Sensational for volume and curling. I had the worst mindset, you know, it's gonna go away, hide it, make sure no one sees, all that stuff. And so now every single time that I saw a spot like forming or whatever, I would genuinely feel like it was the end of the world. Even though I knew it wasn't. Like, I am so alhamdulillah grateful that I have this and nothing detrimental, alhamdulillah, to my health. Now that I look at it, I try to give myself like a reminder, oh, this is a reminder that you have this, and you should be so grateful that you have this and not something that can actually impact your health. I try to remind myself that every single day because this is something so freaking superficial. Like, it should not matter at all, but you know, we live in a very superficial world. And I'm gonna do the same thing for my other eye, and I'm just happy that I have such, alhamdulillah, a supportive husband who literally doesn't care about this. Oh my god, how on earth did I forget this step, guys? I forgot. Before I do setting spray, the last thing I do after I do my eyebrow gel is this highlighter thing. It's from the Anastasia Beverly Hills like eyeshadow palette in the shade Vermeer. I take a flat brush and I put it right under this, like my arch brow bone, whatever it's called, the arch of your brow bone, and I put it right here to basically give it some highlight. Okay. I usually do like a pinky lip, so I'm gonna just take the Charlotte Tilbury and obviously Pillow Talk, and I'm just gonna line my lips. I don't know if I can talk while I do this. I love lip tints, lip stains, I love all of that stuff. I have been using the e.l.f. lip tint. I've used it so much that there's nothing in here anymore. I have to buy another one. Oh, I got a little bit out. Okay. And then I like to just put it all over. And the thing with lip stains and lip tints is that if it's too strong, don't just apply it onto your skin. Just put like a dot and then blend it out. That's what I would normally do with this one because it's actually very strong. But because it's literally done that there's literally no any product, I can actually put it directly onto my lips. And I still press it down. My mascara should have dried down by now. So I'm going with a Q-tip and I'll just erase. Now for big marks like the one that I did right here, I'll actually take my spoolie that I use for my makeup. I don't know why. Well, actually, let me not jinx myself. Let me try and see if it works. Oh my god. Why'd it have to be the corner? I'm gonna kind of go in with a Q-tip. I kind of got rid of it. I'll take a pressed powder that has color, like my Makeup Forever. I'll take a dense little brush, I'll put it in, and then I'll just kind of go over that spot. It won't fully cover it, but at least it'll make it look a bit better. There you go. So this is my everyday makeup routine. This is the finished look. And now you guys kind of have a snippet of my life while having vitiligo. And I just hope that everyone who has vitiligo, or anyone who has any of these insecurities and stuff, you are not alone. You're definitely not alone. And honestly, we're just trying to get by every single day. So I hope this video helps a bit. I'm 22 years old. I'm married to a wonderful man who thinks I'm the most beautiful girl in the universe. Alhamdulillah. Well, this is pretty much the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please give this video a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.